Hello everyone, welcome to Well Explained Pedia. In this class, I will tell you how to remember the Constitution, the important articles of the Constitution. You need not remember all of them, but there are some articles which are very important and you must remember them. And this is also helpful for further competitive exams. So let's move on. Okay, so now first I will tell you how to remember the schedules. Okay, so in our Constitution there are 12 schedules. Okay, so what are schedules? Schedules are nothing but classifications of important parts of a constitution, and they are written in a chapter which is known as schedule, so hence the name schedule. Now this is a little poem I have made, so if you remember this, then you can remember the schedule. So how you will remember? One is sun, so sun shines over all of India. Okay, so for sun, the first schedule is Union Territories, their name and boundaries. Under this, all the states come. Okay, so under this, if the Union Parliament wants to bifurcate any state into two, like Telangana was made from Andhra Pradesh in 2014, so Schedule 1 comes into play. Okay, then 2 is money. How to remember 2 is money? 2 number का पैसा. What is 2 number का पैसा means? Illegally earned money is 2 number का पैसा. So 2 is money. Now what is there in money? The salary of important position like president, governor, speaker, deputy speaker. So you need not remember all of their designations, but you must know that in schedule 2 they've got salaries. Then 3 is tree. So this is rhyming 3 and tree. So you remember. Now how to remember tree? Olive branch. What does olive branch signify? Peace. And what does oath and promise signify? It also signifies peace. So you have to correlate and then you can remember what is there in schedule 3. We have got oath. Oath of all the dignitaries. Okay. Then 4 is direction. You know there are 4 directions: north, south, east, west. So Rajya Sabha is made up of members from all the states. Okay, so in this way you can remember that the seats of Rajya Sabha are defined in schedule 4. Now 5 is a tribe and 6 is northeast. So in these two schedules we have got tribal areas, but how it is different? In 5 we have got tribal areas and in 6 we have got scheduled areas. So what is the difference between tribal areas and scheduled areas? The scheduled areas in schedule 6 have got greater autonomy and power as compared to 5. Both are made up of tribal areas. So in schedule 6 we have got 4 states only of the northeast: Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram. Okay, you have to remember all these 4 states. Now moving on to the 7th schedule, it is a list. List means there are 3 lists: union list, state list and concurrent list. What does this mean? Whatever items are there in union list, only the center can make the laws related to it. Similarly, in state list, only states can make, and in concurrent list, both can make. But if both have made a law, then the union law will prevail. Okay, 7 is a list. 8 is speech. What does this mean? In 8th schedule, we have got all the official languages of our constitution. So in the comment section, tell me how many official languages have been recognized. Okay, I will give you a hint. There are more than 20. Okay, so what does this official language means? They have got special privileges, these languages. Okay, then 9 is safety. What does safety means? earlier what used to happen was that the parliament used to put the laws in 9th schedule and save them from judicial review. That is, judiciary or the courts cannot question the reason behind those laws. Okay, but now they are subject to judicial review. So you can remember the 9th schedule in this way. And it was subjected to judicial review in I.R. Coelho case. Okay, it was a case I.R. Coelho versus State of Tamil Nadu. Okay, now 10 is politics. Okay, 10 is politics. You can remember the poem. What does this mean? Anti-defection law. Like you cannot change your party without inviting defection law. Okay. Now 11 is PRI and 12 is ULB. These were added later. Okay, so PRI is Panchayati Raj Institution, which means the local bodies of villages. In ULB is urban local body, which means the local bodies of urban areas. Okay, so in this way you can remember the schedules. Now let's learn the important articles. So article 1 to 4 is union and its territory. So there are 4 directions, just like I told you in the schedule how to remember it. And article 1 to 4 is union and its territory, so easy to correlate. Okay, now 5 to 11 is citizenship. Then how to remember 5 to 11 is citizenship? In citizen word there are how many alphabets? 7 alphabets, and 5 to 11 is also 7 articles. So citizenship also has 7 articles. Now you need not remember the provision of citizenship articles, but you can just read. No need to remember them. You can read just to have an idea like what is there in the article. Okay. Now it says citizenship can be acquired in 5 ways. You can just read. It's not necessary to remember if you are in school, but yes, if you are preparing for competition, then you must remember. By birth you can be granted citizenship. By naturalization, this means that if you have stayed in the territory for a specified amount of time, which at present is 5 years, 5 years continuously live in India, you will be given citizenship. Incorporation of territory, suppose by war if India takes Nepal into its territory, so all the citizens of Nepal will become citizens of India. By registration, this also means you have to stay in India for some specified amount of time. And by descent, descent means if your forefathers are Indian. Now moving forward, now this is the most important part, fundamental rights. This is the part 3 of our constitution. So how will you remember this? First you have to remember that it is from 14 to 35. Okay, articles, but the main articles are 14 to 32. Rest 3 articles are now not important. Now how to remember? You have to remember this formula 54242. Okay, 4242 you will remember. You will have to remember 5 also. Okay, what does this means? The article from 14 to 18 is right to equality, means all the articles which are centered around equality are in this. Like in 14 it is equality before law. In 15 it is equality in matters of education. In 16 it is equality in matters of public employment. Then in 17 we have got abolition of untouchability, and in 18 we have got abolition of titles like Rajaji and all those titles which existed earlier. So all these signify equality, means all are equal, so these come in right to equality. Similarly, right to freedom, freedom of speech and expression. Then article 20 says can't be arrested in certain cases. Then article 21 says right to life, and article 22 says preventive detention. So all are related to freedom of an individual, so that's why in this part. Then article 23 means abolition of trafficking, okay, and slavery, and 24th means child labor. Then right to religion we have got 25 to 28th. You can read the provisions of these articles. It means freedom of religion, freedom of management of religious affairs, okay. And then right to culture and education means right of minorities to establish educational institutions, okay. Then the most important part of fundamental rights is right to constitutional remedies, which is article 32. So after you have read 54242, then article 32 is right to constitutional remedies. Okay, so in this what comes, like if your fundamental right is violated, then under article 2 you can approach the Supreme Court. Okay, now article 13, why I have left? Because there was right to property in that, which is not a fundamental right now. It is only a constitutional right in article 300A. Okay, so in this way you can remember the fundamental right. Simply you have to remember this formula 54242, and then you can group the articles and then you can remember them. Similarly, directive principles of state policy also you can learn how. First you have to remember it is from 36 to 51. Then you have to classify them into liberal, Gandhian and socialist. Okay, now after you have classified them, Now you can remember them bit easy, like Article 44 is Uniform Civil Code. So civil code means for all the religions there has to be a uniform civil law. So what is this? A liberal principle, right? Then right to education is also a liberal principle. See, right to education is in all the three parts. It is in fundamental right also, it is in DPSP also, and it is in fundamental duty also. So our right to education article is in all the three parts. Okay. Then 48 is agriculture and animal husbandry. Then 48A is environment protection. Then 49th is monuments. Then 50 is separation of executive from judiciary. I will explain this to you. And then 51 is international partnership and justice. So what does this mean? See, there are three pillars of democracy: legislature, executive, and judiciary. Okay. So all these have to be separate. Why? Because to avoid conflict of interest. Suppose there is a judge who is also part of executive, means who can implement laws. So there will be a conflict of interest. Okay, he will not question the intent behind the laws. The judge will not question. I told about judicial review. So judicial review is there so that the judiciary can question the intent behind the laws which are made by the legislature and executed by the executive. But if there will be no separation, then there will be no checks and balances. So this separation has to be there. Similarly, Gandhian principles are Article 40, Panchayati Raj. We all know Gandhiji was in favor of villages. Okay, so Panchayati Raj. Then living wage. Okay, means minimum wage for all. Then 43B, cooperative societies. Okay, then in 46 we have got scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, means welfare of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Then in 47 nutrition for all, means minimum nutrition has to be guaranteed to all. So this part you can see in PDS. In PDS system, the government ensures that all the BPL family get grains and other cereals. Why? Because it has to ensure nutrition for all. Okay. And then in 48 there is agriculture and animal husbandry. See, 48 article is in both liberal and Gandhian. Okay. Now socialist articles are 38, social order which state has to maintain, means peace in the society. 39, policy which has to be followed by the state in formulating its laws. Then 39th A is NALSA. What does NALSA means? Free legal aid. This is National Legal Services Authority, the short form. So free legal aid has to be ensured because there are many people who cannot afford lawyers for themselves. So they have to stay in jail for a long time. So to avoid it, there is free legal aid. Then in 41 is right to work. Then 42 is work condition. See, work condition has to be good in any employment, like proper working hours, proper lighting. Okay, so Article 42 ensures it. Then Article 43 living wage. Then Article 43A workers in management. Workers have to be in management, otherwise their voice will be trampled upon. And 47 is nutrition. So in this way you can learn the DPSPs also by classifying them, and it will take time, but you will remember. You have to remember it systematically, then only it will work. Now fundamental duties are not that important. You just have to remember that it was added during emergency in 1976 by 42nd Amendment Act, and then in 2002 right to education was also added as a fundamental duty by 86th Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay. And then it has 11 duties and it is in Article 51A. That's all. You don't have to remember the duties. Now how to remember the president and vice president? So after 51A, after fundamental duties, start the president and vice president. So there is a rule of 20 by which you can remember 4-5 articles. So first is 52 to 72, 20, and second is 53 to and 73. So difference of 20. So 53 is power of executive and 73 is extent of the power of executive, means union executive. So both are almost similar but not same. Here there is power and here there is extent of the power. So rule of 20 you can use here. Now president articles are from 52 to 62 and vice president is 63 to 71. Why not 73? Because article 72 is power of president to grant pardons to inmates, to jailed person. Suppose anyone is on death row, so president can pardon him if he deserves it. Okay, and 73 is, I told you, extent of the power of the union. That's why vice president is till 71 only. And the important articles which you can remember is 54, 60, 61, and here for vice president these four articles. That's it. So what is in 60? Oath. And for 69, oath. Okay, these two have oath in 60 and 69. So similarly in 61 we have got impeachment of the president, and then in 64, 65, 66 we have got other provisions, okay, which you can read from your books, but questions will not come from out of these few articles. Then there are 5 articles which list union ministers and attorney general. So this is our current attorney general. You will write his name in the comments, and if you know it, or if you don't know, then just Google it and then write in the comments. Okay, now how to remember this part? These are 5 articles. The 76th article is attorney general. So the first 2 articles and the next 2 articles are related to ministers, 77 and 78. These two you need not remember, you need to remember these two only. In article 74 there is a council of ministers to aid and advise the president, and 75 calls for collective responsibility. So this is a diagram depicting council of ministers. So cabinet is the strongest part, then minister of states are bit weaker, and deputy ministers are the weakest when it comes to power and attending the meetings or making decisions. Okay, so now this is the very important trick I'm going to tell you, rule of 89 and rule of 90. So the rule of 89 says to get the equivalent article of central subject in states you can add 89. I will tell you one example. Just now I told you 74 articles. 74 article is council of minister at the center. So if you add 89 to 74, what will you get? Just tell me. You will get 163, and 163 is council of ministers in state. So the rule of 89 work. Similarly, article 76 is attorney general of India. Similarly, if you add 89, you will get 165. 165 is attorney general of state. Okay. Similarly, 79. 79 is parliament, the formation of parliament, and if you add 89, it is state legislature. Similarly, 99 is oath of MPs, member of parliaments, and if you add 89 to it, you will get 188, which is oath of MLAs. Okay, so there are many articles where you can apply this rule. You just have to know where you have to apply. So you can read the articles and you will come to know where you can apply this rule of 89. Similarly, rule of 90, after article 120, this works. Like article 120 is language to be used in parliament. If you add 90 to it, article 210 says language to be used in state legislatures. Similarly, 124 is article calls for Supreme Court, and 214 is High Court. Similarly, article 123 is ordinances issued by president, and article 213 is ordinances promulgated by governor in the states. So you add 90, you got the equivalent of central subject in states. So this trick you must remember, and it will help you in remember many articles, not just few, many articles, and with time you will have a command on all the important articles. So this was all for this lecture. I will come with the second part of the articles. I will complete the remaining all articles. Till then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you.